Hello and welcome once again. Okay, so I'm going to do a kind of motivational video here to help people that maybe are not getting the results that they're anticipating, or they've been doing it for 3 or 4 months and are still getting symptoms. The whole point here is there's something you're doing wrong, and you're going to get symptoms regardless. When you're trying to get rid of herpes, it's going to happen. You're going to get outbreaks. But this video should help shed a lot more light on this topic. And if you watch my other videos, which is very, very important, it's going to help you. You can't just watch one video and expect, okay, this is going to work. That's why there's so many videos. It's all a combination, folks. Just like in your diet and with getting rid of this issue, disease. And some other people have mentioned this. It's called dis-ease. When you have a disease, it's something that's not normal. It's going to obviously not put you at ease. You're going to be dis-eased. And that is so true. The point here is there are people that have failed, and they basically have gotten an F. It's like when you're in school, it's an F through an A, and people that have an A work really hard, and even if they have gotten an F, they've worked their way up the ladder to achieve that and succeed to that level. Just because you get an F does not mean you're a failure unless you give up. If you give up, you are a failure. It's very simple. Now, the people that have failed, there's hundreds of people that have succeeded, but there are people that fail, just like in anything. There's people that, don't want to work. There's people that are lazy. There's people that wanted to sit around. Those people are pretty much failures. And I say pretty much because they're just stringing along in life. And at this point, it's the same thing with this. If you've tried everything, you've especially done a lot of hydrogen peroxide, you've done a lot of things, which, hey, people make mistakes. But then you come and you realize that, oh my gosh, I have to detox all that out. And 6 months later, you're still getting symptoms. Well, what did you do beforehand? And the problem is, these people want to eat pancakes, they want to eat crackers, the parasite's taken over their body. I mean, their brain's warped, they're done. And they can override this and still succeed, but they're too worried about what other people are doing. And this is a big part of motivation in this video. If you're worried about what the next guy is doing, are you going to succeed? No. If you're in class and the person next to you is a straight A student and you're not succeeding, but you want to kind of look over the shoulder, over your shoulder, and look to see what they're doing. But on the other hand, the teacher is kind of looking over your shoulder, so you really can't do that and succeed. You're trying to take the easy way out, and it's not working. On the other hand, you want to learn from this person, but you're so caught up with what they're doing, but you're not putting in the work, and you're not figuring out why you are not succeeding. Nobody is a failure that gets an F if you figure out what the issue is, correct it, and move forward. It's very, very simple. The problem is people like to give up. People want to quit. People want things easy. People want to wake up one day and just magically be disease-free. It takes work, folks. It's not that simple. When you put the work in, you may need to tweak something, and that's what this video is about. Number one, you gotta have certain types of foods. Food is crucial. And as we get into this video here, why I'm showing the picture of this this lady is this is just going to kind of sum up everything that is going wrong, probably what you're doing, your mentality. Your mentality is very, very important. The foods are important, but also your mentality. If you tell yourself, I have this disease, I'm never going to get rid of it, you're not. Simple. If you tell yourself, hey, I'm looking, I'm feeling great, I've been exercising, I'm really cleansing my lymphatic system, I'm going to eventually do another video on this. Once you're trying to get rid of disease, your lymphatic system is going to build up. The only way to get rid of that is to move. You got to get moving. Walk fast, run, combination of both, folks. I mean, if you run 20 to 30 minutes a day, and you're a solid runner, and then later on you're walking another half hour, 45 minutes, I know that's, oh my gosh, that's an hour a day, you're going to really help to cleanse and not let that lymphatic system build up. Okay? So let's go ahead and play this clip. I feel that this is important because this is going to kind of just shed some light on this topic and just show you that, people are seeing this video. This is on Destroy Diseases, the Get Herpes Cured part of the site, and this is a video that has been put on there for a reason, but I'm going to kind of highlight and show why this video is on there, and you need to not think like these people is the point. Let's go ahead.
Virus.
About the only thing that people know about herpes is forever.
1 in 5 Americans has genital herpes. Susan contracted it 20 years ago from a sexual partner.
I didn't know what it was. I actually went to the doctor with strep throat.
Let's check your heart. Susan is lucky. She had symptoms. Nearly 85% of people who carry the virus don't even know they have it.
There are a lot of people who have actually had herpes without ever having an outbreak of blisters, without having any pain.
Almost 70% of herpes cases are spread without any symptoms. A simple blood test can tell if you carry the virus.
They have what we refer to as asymptomatic shedding of the virus. They don't have an outbreak that they realize, but the virus comes out.
Antiviral medications can help manage the condition.
Okay, so at this point I want to stop this video and just kind of give some more information and then go in more in depth of what I want to show on top of this. Number one, people understand that the virus is for life. Well, that's what they hear every day from the media, and the media is basically funded by the drug companies. I mean, that's why every ad is a drug ad. That's common sense, and you should actually know that. If you don't, you know now. Number two, people understand they need to get a blood test, but there's various different ones. The antibodies one is probably the most accurate. A lot of other ones can give false positives, and the other drawback of the antibodies is you got to flush the antibodies out of the blood. You can cleanse your blood. I mean, Chlorella is one example. That's why I mentioned that in other videos. Spirulina, Chlorella, zeolite. Zeolite helps get rid of metals. All these are very, very important. So you got to cleanse the blood. Now, on another note, excuse me, the drugs are not going to help the situation. They treat symptoms. And these are something that is not going to help get rid of this issue. What you need is you need natural ways, but you need to combine all of them. It's all a combination. Okay, so at this point, let me show you something else that I wanted to kind of show you, and this is from me on the same channel. Well, from my Get Herpes Cured part of Destroy Diseases, but this is going to be now me speaking, and let's go ahead and go to this clip.
I know there's a lot of scams out there. People selling ebooks for $30, $40, $50 for information that is just useless. This is free information. You could take this video with a grain of salt, or you can do what I'm telling you and get rid of it. It's very, very simple, okay? I have seen hundreds of people get rid of this. I personally have been involved in getting rid of a lot of diseases. I know disease. I know how to get rid of infections, and I know how to get rid of herpes. So, I'm not selling the information. Now, of course, there's a product, because you're going to need it. It kills it in test tubes. You need pure oregano oil. Go to shop.destroydiseases.com and get the pure oregano oil. It is a big step. It will work.
Okay, so the reason I'm showing you this video is, number one, this is so true, and is not any type of exaggeration that oregano oil does kill it in test tubes. However, in the body, it's a little more difficult than that. That's why you need to cleanse and get rid of the metals, and you're cleansing your entire body, so you're improving your health. If you took hydrogen peroxide, are you improving your health? No. People claim hydrogen peroxide, there's a food grade. It's just, there's not. Hydrogen peroxide that you buy from the grocery store is a poison. Now, why did I show you this clip? Number one, there is a lot of information out there misleading people. They're telling people oxygen therapy, they're showing all of this. If you want to generate oxygen naturally in the body that gives you basically life, you need chlorophyll. Cucumbers, for example, have chlorophyll. And this is just one example. The point is, you're seeing all this nonsense on there. There's no quick fix. Does the oregano oil work? Yes. Is it going to work if you don't apply everything in these steps? Number one, you got to have a solid mindset. you got to know that you're going to get rid of this. Number 2, you have to also apply the proper foods. The auric level, very important. And that my video on that will detail a lot of information. That's why leafy greens are so important. Greens are the king of everything. I mean, your diet should be about 50% greens to begin with. Some fruit is okay. Berries are great on the auric level. The point I'm trying to make here is you still need a little more than that, but it's all a combination. Acai, very high on the auric scale. Lucuma powder, a ton of nutrients, also a lot of antioxidants. Maca, I've explained all these in my herpes and raw foods video, my most recent one, and it will kind of detail this information. So, why are people not succeeding? People are not succeeding, number 1, because they're probably just missing something in their diet. If you do 1 juice a day, and you're following mostly a raw food diet, and you're incorporating a lot of antioxidants, you're running, and you're getting rid of the buildup that's happening in your lymphatic system, then you shouldn't have that issue. You just need to probably increase your antioxidants a little bit more. 2-3 times a day, use small amounts, stir it in water, and be able to take that, switch it around your mouth so it will be able to absorb and promote a lot better digestion, because you get those enzymes and everything from your mouth. So at this point, these are the things that you're missing. Also, another important step, I can't stress this enough, stop worrying about what other people are doing. If you're one of those people, you already failed, because you're going to give up and you got an F, a big fat F. If you are still trying and you're saying, okay, I'm doing this, I'm following these steps, I've watched all of his videos on this particular topic because I have herpes, which is basically, a name attached to a parasite, and, that's not just something made up, it's just a term, it's still disease, and you have to get rid of it to put yourself at ease, okay? So stop worrying about what other people are doing, worry about what you are doing, what you need to correct. Move that F, which you're not really failing to begin with, but, move that forward to get up to that A and make your way to success. And this is the best advice I can give you. Any questions, you can always email me. But if you give up, which there are people that have given up because they follow what everyone else is talking about or what they're doing, and if you talk to one failure, are you going to succeed? No. If you're sitting there and a whole bunch of failures are communicating, it's like putting yourself in a pack of wolves, and they're hungry, and they're just looking for meat. Are you going to live with that pack of wolves? You're going to die, folks. It's the same thing when you're trying to get rid of disease. And there's not a lot of videos out there to motivate people, and I hope this motivates you, and that is the point. Nobody's a failure, once again, if you continue to follow through. Figure out what the problem is. Move that up the ladder, and you will succeed. Where there's a will, there is 100% always a way. Always. Any questions, let me know. Thank you.